with Kaizen Crypto, bringing you guys another video. So today I wanted to give you all an update on the market. I know I haven't posted a video in a while for you guys. I do apologize for that. Things have just been a little bit crazy right now, but I'm getting back to you here and I just want to make a quick update. So to get started, I hope you all are doing well and I hope you do find some value from this video. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you do enjoy it, be sure to smash that like as well. And today I wanted to take a look at the overall market. So crazy things happening here. We're going to take a look at a few different things regarding the overall market. Some of these key players here you can see we've got XRP just ripping some faces right now. So congrats to you XRP hodlers out there, for you those who stuck it out. But also taking a look at some news regarding some of these altcoins. Ethereum is definitely the highlight of this video. So if you guys are interested in that type of content, again, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I post cryptocurrency content like this as often as I can. I want to bring you guys the latest news and information. So all that is here on this channel. We are going to be taking a look at the charts as well. So to get things started, let's take a look. We've got Bitcoin dominance here at 68%. Now that was down actually a percentage point from about a week ago. So we're going to be taking a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart and just giving you guys my thoughts on that as well. And what we can see is that a lot of these top players, particularly altcoins, namely Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, all of them are up quite significantly. And we can see that as Bitcoin continues its sideways consolidation, a lot of the money is starting to flow into these higher cap altcoins. Now, that's not necessarily the case for a lot of these lower cap projects. We can see with the exception of a few, of course, but maybe not as much reliable liquidity entering into some of these lower cap alts, for the most part, and I think a lot of these coins are going to be related to Ethereum involving decentralized finance. DeFi is going to be huge. For those of you who do follow DataDash, DataDash actually just released a video on DeFi, so I would recommend that you guys go ahead and check him out. He actually has taught me a whole bunch, so I just want to give DataDash a big shout out. But a lot of these projects, like he was mentioning Ren, Kyber Network, Ethereum in particular, right? A lot of these DeFi projects, I think that's going to be part of the wave for this next coming alt cycle, but a lot of green happening up top here. So that's nice to see. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. This is on the weekly time frame. And what I wanted to point out to you guys is that we have been continuing this sideways consolidation action for quite some time now. And a lot of people have been calling this pattern a descending triangle. What I would like to point out is that when we were here in the 2008 bear market, that was a descending triangle in the sense that we had lower highs and we had a flat bottom. And then we eventually broke to the downside. But what I would like to point out here, if we can take a look on the weekly, it's actually a bit easier to see. You have the flat bottom here. However, the price did not come down to touch that here, here, and here. So I would actually like to consider this more of a symmetrical triangle or a bull flag. Based on the previous trend, we do have to give the most emphasis to the previous trend. I would say that we are currently in a bull trend. So bearish patterns, with that being the case, would become less reliable. I would think that this pattern, being that we did not make it down to this horizontal support, is probably more of a bull flag or a symmetrical triangle. Now, what we can see, we've got declining volume here, and on the stochastic RSI, again, guys, we're on the weekly time frame. The stochastic on the weekly is about to cross into the positive territory. So we can see we have had that cross, and it looks like we're going to start making our way upwards now. So where will that take price? Well, that's anyone's guess at this point, but based on the charts here, I'm looking like Bitcoin might be ready to make a break to the upside. We are going to keep an eye on that break. We need to see that come on some decent volume. We can see the volume has been declining here, but that's what I'm looking at as far as Bitcoin. So I just want to put that on your radar. Now, Ethereum, what we see with Ethereum as of recently, it's actually been gaining back some of its lost ground. We had a significant correction from where we were in June, end of June. We were at almost $360, and we came back down all the way to about $160. Now, it's very nice to see that we had started to make higher lows coming here. Now, guys, this is on the daily. We're going to take a look at the weekly for Ethereum as well. On the daily here, I've got a line drawn here to indicate the higher lows that have been set. But one thing that I found that's very significant, especially for today, is that we do have overbought conditions here on the stochastic, and we are touching this 200-day moving average on some significant volume. So what we're seeing now is that the price of Ethereum is being met with some resistance here at this $209 level, and that's confluent with this moving average. So what I'm looking at for Ethereum is to check to see if we're able to continue this move higher, break above this 200-day, and come back and test it for support. That would be incredibly bullish for Ethereum. And you can see that during the correction, what we had was the price breaking below it, the price trying to make its way above it, unable to stay above it. You know, it actually came back to try and cross above it a couple times, and unfortunately was not able to do that. But here what we can see is that, you know, there's not a whole lot of sell side action. Volume right now is on the bullish side, overbought conditions. So I'm keeping an eye on Ethereum, very excited about that. Also, with a lot of these altcoins now, we can see that the Bitcoin dominance is kind of taking a breather here. So what I've got for you is the Bitcoin dominance on the weekly time frame. And I'm going to go back to the Ethereum chart just to show you guys, because I am looking at Ethereum very, very closely. But I just wanted to kind of tie this into the Bitcoin dominance to give you more perspective. But what we can see here is that Bitcoin dominance was not able to break above this resistance level at around about 72, 73%. And what we're doing right now on the weekly is we are actually touching this 200 week period moving average for support. Now this is right around the 70% level. That's where we're currently at right now. And I think that if we break down below this level, it could get very interesting for some of these altcoins. Now, what leads me to believe that we might be doing that is that we are currently in overbought conditions on the weekly stochastic RSI, and we are looking to potentially drop lower. So that's what I'm looking for here. You know, we do have some bearish volume coming in, not significant bear volume, but if we do start to make our way downwards here on the stochastic, as well as followed by some volume to the sell side for Bitcoin dominance, I would expect to see a drop down. And where could we find some close support? I would think the next support would be approximately at 65%. But that's just what I'm looking at on the charts here. I would love to know you guys' thoughts on Bitcoin dominance. Are we going to be entering an alt season? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below. Now I wanted to show you guys Ethereum here on the weekly time frame. This chart is juicy. Boy, I tell you, you know, for those of us who are investors, this chart has got me the most excited. And guys, what I've been using a lot lately in a lot of my technical analysis is the stochastic RSI. I do also find the MACD very helpful and the standard RSI very helpful, but as far as gauging momentum, the stochastic RSI is pretty useful for that. And what we can see here is we got this bullish cross here from oversold conditions on the stochastic, and we're looking to make our way upwards here on the weekly time frame. And that's pretty confluent with this trend line that we've been holding on the weekly. We can see that we had a touch point here. That's from where we broke down and touched as support back in the later parts of last year, beginning parts of 2019. And we touched that point 1, 2, and we are currently breaking above that trend line. So I would like to see this ideally come back and touch this as support so that we can start to make our move higher. Now, where I would expect to see some significant resistance on the weekly, you know, this is not something that I'm going to be looking at from a short-term time perspective. You know, the previous point where we got rejected with this run-up was about $360. I would expect to see some type of resistance here at this level. We can see that the $180 level, $185 level was our support. So we are going to be making our way upwards from there. Now, guys, from 180 to, let's say, 360, that's what is that? That's like a 100% move. You could effectively double your money. So that is an incredible opportunity. Guys, this is not financial advice. This is just me giving you guys my opinion. Based on the charts and what I'm looking at here, an entry here and an exit here would effectively double your money. Now, please do your own research. I'm just sharing with you guys what I'm looking at here on the charts, but I'm very excited about Ethereum. And tying into that last little bit that I have for you guys, I got a piece of news for you that I just wanted to share. This goes into the bullish sentiment for Ethereum. Cryptocurrency payments processor BitPay adds support for Ether. Now, BitPay is a very reputable company, launched back in 2011. They are a payment facility for cryptocurrencies, and they have just announced that the payment processor is now going to be able to accept Ether for purchases without having to set up any enhancements. So this is going to be seamlessly integrated. For those of you who use the actual BitPay Visa credit card, you're now going to be able to use Ethereum to pay for goods and services. And this is really bullish. Ethereum, I'm pretty bullish on Ethereum just because of, we have news like this. Now we can also see things like decentralized finance. Guys, I wanted to share with you, since we're talking about Ethereum in this video today, I actually went ahead and created my first CDP using MakerDAO. I'm going to be doing a video in the future talking about my thoughts and my strategy for doing that, but I think it's a great way to be able to get involved with DeFi. So that is pretty much what I have for you guys here in this video. I would love to know what you guys think. Are we going to be entering the next alt season? Let me know in the comments section down below. And again, if you did find some value, be sure to drop a like, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.